Good morning, everybody. It's a great honor to be here with you in the beautiful city of Kranjska Gora. Also, thank you to the CEV for the invitation. My presentation goes about action volley, and action volley is volleyball through children's arts, and hopefully also through your arts at the end of my presentation. And by action volley are the kids the co-creators. The kids are the co-designers of the complete program, and the kids give me the ideas to develop the complete program. When we started 3 years ago by my club, so only the club, we started with 50 kids, and now with 250 kids, almost. And when we start with that 50 kids, we start with 5 boys at that moment, and now we have 85 boys. So that's a lot, and we grow, and it's good. First of all, I want to introduce myself. My name is Remko from Holland. I'm the coach of all the boys teams by CEV Sport. That's a big club in the Netherlands. I'm also a board member, and I'm responsible for the recruitment of all the young kids. And I'm also the co-founder, because the other founders are the kids of Action Volley. I work also on a project of fundamental movement skills with 4 big sport federations in the Netherlands: the Volleyball Federation, the Football, the Field Hockey Federation, and the Gymnastics Federation. And I'm also a member of the CEV Coaches Commission. First of all, I want to look with you through the structure of a volleyball club or the structure of a volleyball federation. And I think you can compare it with a building. And I choose for a typical Dutch windmill, and you know that, I think. A building have a foundation, have walls, and have a roof. And I think a volleyball club have also a foundation, and that's youth volleyball. The walls are the recreation teams, and the roof is top volleyball. And the question is there a roof without walls? Is there a roof and walls without a fundament? And I don't think so. So what's the most important topic in volleyball? And I think that's youth volleyball. And that's the reason that we are here in this beautiful country. So we are lucky. So the topic is youth volleyball, the topic is action volleyball for the next 30 minutes almost. And how we can make your foundation, your fundament stable. And I think, but that's my opinion, that you must ask children for information. Ask children for ideas, how you can develop your training. One thing, you're always in control as a coach. You are responsible for the lessons, but you do that with the information of the kids. We are all experts, I think, but they are the real experts. They know exactly what they want to do in the training. And I use that information, I collect it, and I make some trainings. And that's the way how I work. Also, autonomy on the training. Children can make choices on the training. Can make the choice of that drill, that exercise, or that exercise. And also when they have a better idea, they can make the exercise a little bit different for them, and they play the exercise. Also boys and girls. In Holland is a big topic, boys volleyball, because we have not so much boys. But I think also it's very important the girls. A good balance, boys and girls, but girls are also cool, and they are very important also for volleyball. So the balance between boys and girls is important. And when we look to the complete program, and that's a lot, I have not time enough to go in detail by all the things, but the topics are developed by the kids. There are 5 topics. The game formats by the kids, by me and the Dutch Volleyball Federation. And the principles are more for the coaches. And I go in detail by the orange ones, so the 5 topics, because they are the most important, because the kids make them. 1 game format and a few principles. But action volley is also fundamental movement skills. I come later in my presentation, see there a slide. But when we look to fun, and Christoph told already in all the other speakers, fun is the most important topic in volleyball. when you play at the high level, when you play at the recreation level, youth level, fun is the most important topic also in your life, hopefully. So also in volleyball. And I think when there is no fun, there is no volleyball anymore. So it's important that you make your trainings fun. So funny exercise, I don't know, funny is maybe not the right word, but also I use always the give and take principle, and I shall explain it in an exercise. I standing on this side of the net, the kid standing at the other side of the net. I throw the ball over the net, and the kid must play the forearm passing. Then I take only the forearm passing. The kid is coming to the volleyball training only for one thing, and that's hit the ball. It's important for them. So when you use the give and take principle, same exercise, I throw the ball over the net, forearm passing, and after that he or she can hit the ball over the net. I take the forearm passing and I give her or he the smash. So both. And I think that's normal in life, that you, that kind of things. Also at the end of the training, it must be always a party. For young kids, always a party, because then they come back. And when they come back, please ask them that they bring a friend to the training. So always a party at the end of the training. It's very important. That's also the last moment of a training, so they remember it always. They are cool. Cool is very important. Children must be a cool example. On school, is it cooler to tell that your idol is Lionel Messi than a famous volleyball player? So it's also very important for National Sport Federation and maybe also International Sport Federation that they create cool idols, role models for the kids. A cool environment, cool drills, cool names. It's very important for boys, for girls, because is volleyball really cool? I like it, but so maybe you can think about it. And also a lot of action, but when you look to the names of the drills, we play power ball, we play action ball, we play TikTok ball, we play Snapchat ball, like that kind of names. The kids create the names, so it's very easy. I say to my kids, we play power ball, they know exactly what they must do. And we do the levels a little bit higher. It's very easy. So, cool, also very important. Then the score. Children want to make points on the training. For me, it's not so important, but for young kids, it's important that they can make points. We use scorecards on our training with 1 till 25, at the other side 26 till 50, and with a nipper they count the points, and they like it. So they can show to me and to the other kids how many points they have. It's for them very important, for me not, but it's the perception world of the kid and not my perception world. So you must create, I think, exercises with points, so they can count their points. But you see here Nimir Abdelaziz, and I want to ask you, remember the slide till the end of the presentation. Yeah? Nimir Abdelaziz is also an example of fundamental movement skills. He started as a setter, and later he thought, I want to be an attacker. And everybody said, oh, don't do it. And he did it. And he did it real good, I think. I'm a Dutchman, so. Remember the slide. You see here another famous player, I think, Mr. Guidetti knows her a little bit. But the smash, I think the smash is the most popular technique in volleyball. By kids, adults, I don't know. But by kids is one of the reasons that they want to play volleyball. And in Holland, is it not allowed till 10 years old, I think? 9, 10 years old, to hit the ball in the game. So it's very strange. So you go play volleyball and it's not allowed to smash the ball. Very strange. By action volley, little children of 5 years, they smash the ball and they like it because it's one of the reasons that they want to play volleyball. So always your exercise is ended by a smash, or the give and take principle, I think. But the question is, what's the first technique what you learn the kids? And we are coaches, we are trainers, so we think, oh, maybe the forearm passing or the serving is very important, maybe, and then we can make points. Maybe you're right, but I learn always the first thing, the smash. Smash, throwing like this or hitting like that. And I think when you use the give and take principle, you can also learn the forearm passing or catching, throwing, ended by a smash. Always. So give the children the smash back. It's very important. Then the games. The children like the games. I like games, so it's always happy on the training. So we play a lot of games. Games with points. So they can count the points again. And also when you want to learn some techniques, you can also create a game around the technique. When I want to learn my place, hit the ball more here, then they can get more points here than over there, as example. So games, it's very popular on the training. Then the slide of the fundamental movement skills, and if it's right, you see here the movie. I started immediately. This is part of a volleyball training of a colleague from the east of the Netherlands. And he do this always, that kind of exercises on his training. Later, also with volleyball, sure. And I think it's important, no? Otherwise, we are coaches and we want to learn kids techniques. But how is it possible when kids have a bad mobility? When kids are not a real good mover or bad movers. So it's important that first of all that you learn a kid a good mover, then a good athlete, and then later hopefully he or she make the choice for volleyball. And when he or she make the choice for another sport, okay, that's good. He's happy, I think. And also maybe a question for tomorrow morning when I'm not on the stage. Is that maybe some people can give their answer. So I think better movers make better decisions. Maybe is that the question. And what are the fundamental movement skills? Swimming also, yeah. But also walking, jumping, climbing, rolling, catching, like that. You can use it on your training in combination also with a little bit volleyball, sure. You see here a few movies. I start two on the same time because I have 30 minutes.
I'll take one at a time.
Oh, okay. The question is this volleyball or are these fundamental movement skills? I don't know, but I like it, the children like it, and we grow a lot. Is the other one also? You take control, huh? So that's the one of Christoph. Christoph, we do it in the afternoon, special for you.
Nog een keer, ja, nog één, ja.
You start, François, the other one? Thank you. Yeah, is this volleyball with some fundamental movement skills, or is this fundamental movement skill with a little bit volleyball? I don't know. But they have fun, that's very important. All under 12. François, you put the next slide and you can start. Also a little bit older, kids are 12, 30 years old, outside. Again, the question, is this volleyball or fundamental movement skills? Or something else? But sometimes also a little bit fighting. Boys against girls, and look who's won. Boy don't like it. Under the line outside is always nice, I think. Indoor, really difficult. But outside, always good. Okay, the game formats. By Action Volley we have a few game formats. That's 1 against 1, 2 against 2, 3 against 3 here. But in your own country you play your own system. So I don't go in detail for me in these things. I go in detail by smash ball. But we organize also 2 times a year. Volleyball boot camps is also very nice for the kids. Smash ball, developed by my friend Peter van der Ven. And Peter developed 4 levels. Yeah, sadly Peter died last year, but Peter learned me a lot of things. I visited him many times, also at the last part of his life, and Peter learned me that one, boys against boys. When you want to recruit boys for volleyball, you must do it with boys. Because boys don't like to play against girls. Girls like to play against boys because it's always nice when the girl wins. But boys don't like it. In Holland. I don't know, maybe other countries it's normal, but so when you want to recruit boys for your volleyball club or federation, you must do it with boys. By smash ball, and I think I start the move. By smash ball we play boys against boys. Smash ball is also very easy to participate. In Holland we have 4 levels. And I think when you teach smash ball as a coach, you stand in the corner and you say nothing and let the children play. They make their own rules, and I think it's good. There are 4 levels, but you can also create your own level. And you can also play with level 1 against level 2. And also our first men's team who's playing at the highest level, they play smash ball at the training. 5 against 5 is possible. So on all levels you can play it. That's very cool. So, some principles, what I use, I tell already the give and take principle. You see there a girl, that's Lisa, and I use the give and take principle, so the first contact is for me, the rest is for her. And look what she was doing. And extra points. So that's the give and take principle, and I think you can use that by many things also with the set and then the smash, I think. But with a lot of things you can use it. Tricks, also very nice. The children make the tricks by their own. So that was in the time. Oh, shit. It was too late. So tricks, that was in the time that we not allowed to train inside. Together, boys and girls. It's possible. But also tricks, we have also once a week the trick of the week. And that's, as example, the forearm passing, the set with the knee, and then you hit the ball over the net. A few years ago I had Lars in my team, that was a Dutch boy, and I think he was 10 years old, and he was the same high as me. He was very big, he was very unique. He had also a little mental disability. And he was in my team, and we did the trick of the week. And the trick of the week was forearm passing, setting, and hitting. And all the boys was trying, and Lars was standing in the field at the moment, and I throw the ball over the net, and I think, oh, it's over? Well, he played the forearm passing really well. And he, with his knee the set, is really good in the air, and with his fist, he hit the ball over the net, and he looked to me, and I said, oh, stop, you are the smash king of the week, man. And he was growing, and he was very unique. He was growing, and he get his candy bag, he get his medal and his certificate, and his mother told me later, the certificate was hanging on the wall, also the medal, and he had a very good week. And it's very important that also that kind of boys or kids, that they can also be the smash king of the week. So you must also create a moment for maybe unique kids to be the smash king of the week. All the kids are different, but also that kind of kids must play volleyball. Later he was a little bit older and he get another coach. The coach don't understand him and he don't understand the coach. He left the club and he's now a really good player on a piano. So also nice. But he was very unique. Another principle on your training is power. Now these guys, they have power, I think. The other guys, they were not so happy at the moment, I think. The two Dutch guys. But on your training, sweaty, a lot of action, a lot of running on your training. The kids must be red when it's finished. Get dirty on the training. It's maybe inside, not, but outside. When I give some beach volleyball trainings and it's raining, the last training, so the last exercise is diving in the sand. They're completely dirty, and in Holland, all the parents pick the kids up by car, and you see all the parents, oh shit, completely dirty in my clean car, and it's very nice. So do it. A lot of action, always good for parents. The rules. I have no rules. In Holland we have rules, but we don't use them, I think, so that's also typical Dutch. But rules, I think the only rule is do normal to each other, and I correct them when they do bad things to each other. Oh, wait. So the rules are not important in volleyball. On a training, maybe when you play some competition, okay. Also give the children space on the training. Yeah, let them go, let them do some things. You see here the guy in the blue shirt, that's Tim, and I asked him to play the forearm passing, the set, and you can hit the ball over the net. And I saw his face, and I think, oh, I must now make a video. After that you see some other drills, but look on Tim what he was doing. It's cool. I like it. And so the first technique was my part, and the rest was for him. Then, so you see some other drills, but give the children space on the training, let them go, and only correct them if it's necessary. Again, you know her. The trainer, the coach, the teacher maybe, you are the spider in the web. 5 minutes. The spider in the web. So if you play action volley, smash ball, 1 against 1, 2 against 2, 3 against 3, 6 against 6 maybe also, you are the salesman or woman. You must sell your sport. When you're standing like a tree, and you're standing there, you're completely lost. It's over, you can stop. So you are the salesman, you are the entertainer. It's very important to the kids. It's also very important that you can yourself, your level in the perception world of the kid. So through your knees, talk with them. Ask also information to them with some simple questions. What do you like to do? Or have you maybe a good idea for this exercise? And they give you very useful information, really. When it's also possible, use some nice materials. You can also, I saw it, you create your own materials. Very good, but also very nice when it's possible that you use some nice things on the training. Very important, the last one, you're always in control. Chaos or not a chaos, you're always in control. That's very important. But ask children for the information. They are more expert than me. You see here later we have the practical part. We start not with a game but only with a reaction game. Then we have not a classic way of training. We have a circuit with 4 or 5 exercises in one time. And we change after 5 minutes and we do all the exercises. So Christoph helped me, Kim, and maybe some or can also help. And we end it, hopefully, when I have time enough, with smash ball. So, almost the last slide. At the end, how you can inspire children with volleyball, and I start the video immediately with a cool idol. With some role models. The key to success can be action volley, but also other things. Try it, use it. Ask also the children for ideas, for information. They are also experts. Sell your sport as a saleswoman or man. Important, and the most important, fun. And they have fun. I have one slide, Thomas. And this is the most important slide. You see here my volleyball club. And you see here a little girl in a wheelchair. And it's possible that she plays volleyball. Because she's standing on a position 3, she catches the ball and throws the ball. It's very good. You see here the people of sitting volleyball. They can play also our sport. You see here the people with the mental disability. They are also a member of our club. They are very proud. It's very important. You see here our first team, also at the highest level. They make always a picture at the end of the game. When they win, when they lose, always a picture, laughing, with very young kids. And that's also the connection between the roof and the fundament. And you see there, Gerard, he's a player of our first men's team, and he trained every week a recreation boys team. That's the connection with the top and the walls. So it's very nice. And I ask you to remember the slide of Linier. He's sitting there. And he was also, in the past, a member of our club. And he's a good volleyball player. But the other guys, they are good referee. They are good mini volleyball trainer. They are maybe a member of the board. They are also very important. Not only the top level, but also the other guys are very important. And hopefully he come back, but we don't know. And I will end with this one. And I stole it from the Norway Volleyball Federation. And the goal is to include everyone in the volleyball family. Everyone. So mini volleyball, recreation volleyball, and top volleyball. But I think youth volleyball is the most important topic. Otherwise the rest is not possible. And action volley, and that's my last slogan. Every child is unique. And Lars was unique. And Lars must also find a place in our sport. So that's the end of my presentation.
Great, thanks, Remko. A few practical ones before we get to the questions. There are people who have to take a PCR test 45 and 50, so they have to leave room now. I was told you have to go to the first floor, and you will miss the questions and answers. I'm sorry. I've got a whole list of names. I hope you know them anyway, but I'll just take the names. What do I do? First of all, let's put it in. I'll just take some countries, and two from Cyprus, Albania, Azerbaijan, Scotland, and Bahrain. Those people from those countries, you hopefully know, you have to go to get your PCS test now. So. Cyprus and Albania, yeah. Are there anyone in here who doubt that they need to go for a PCR test now? So, you better go, follow so as well. It's your way out of the country, or maybe you have to stay here for the next 14 days in isolation, so bet you want to go. I'll
Anderhalve meter vanaf.
It's a small exercise before the first question. You are concentrated, you are listening, you are learning, but you haven't yet stretched your arms over your head to sort of, relax. Why not? Come on. Just do a stretch. It doesn't harm you. You do it with your kids anyway. Now I'm doing it with you. Just get a stretch. So I have got about 55 questions, because that was how many people put up their hands. We won't make it. All right. Remko, thank you. Have you got questions for Remko? Yep.
Can you comment the involvement of parents during the practices? Should we, could we, how could we do it? Because sometimes there is the moral issue of I'll be focused on my kid, not on the others.
Parents, you mean, eh? Parents are very important. Mothers, fathers, other families. They're very important, and you've also sometimes, and maybe that's the question, parents, you hope that they are stay outside. Maybe that's the question. And I think when you have that kind of parents, I think you must put them down on the field and explain what are you doing and let them be the coach. It's very handy because you have a new coach. And they're also, in English, betrokken. Involved.
Engaged.
Yeah. So maybe that's a possibility.
Any other questions? Remko, you have? Oh, yeah. Sorry.
You have mentioned that there is not, or if I understand wrong, what is the age or what is the first thing that you are teaching kids in volleyball?
Dismiss. And I know what I'm saying.
It's not
Because
important.
it's not typically volleyball, but
So for the skills, it's not important with which one you will start.
no, I start always with dismiss because the kids like it. That's the only reason, and I want that they stay on my training.
Yes. Just wanted to comment. Because there is, let's say, like certain knowledge that we have to know before we start to teach skills. Because neural system on age of 6 is 60% matured, with age of 12 on 90, and the rest of the maturation is because of genetical or environmental causes. So coordination and motor learning is number one.
Yeah.
That is the most important thing. So in discussion with my professor in university, because I was assistant on university, and the program that we had was started with setting, then forearm passing, and then only afterwards all other elements. Was why we are starting with setting if neural development is proximal distal, which means that forearm passing should be the first. So development of techniques of volleyball depend a lot on physiological capability of the kids. For example, in Russia, they are not doing spiking before 11, 12 because kids are not ready to jump. So there are some things, some certain rules that we have to know. For example, when we teach the kids to spike, you have to understand that you have to teach them properly to use the pattern of the movement of throwing, which is a bow and arrow. Because if you teach the kids just elbow in the front, they will have problem in the shoulder when they become stronger. So we are not teaching the kids volleyball technique. We teach them technique in safe pattern. This is also very important to know. Okay, so, and one more comment about the parents. It's different, or it's very large in approach. In Norway, for example, parents are the coaches. Am I right?
No.
You
I am the coach of the
I know, because when I was in seminar in Norway and Marco say big hello to you, you know which Marco from the Federation. So we say, here the parents are the ones who are investing and moving and caring, etc., etc., etc. The best place for parents is on tribune or in cafe.
that's one.
Because they are, if they are expert, this is not about you, so let's not discuss about it.
But in Holland, the coaches are the parents.
If-
The parents are the coaches.
Yes, but if you involve parents who are paying, then you have other kind of problem, which is the most or the biggest problem of most of the coaches here. So then you have to not underestimate, I know what was the question, because parents are paying and they are pretending to be part of. And in pedagogic and sport psychology, when we are speaking about the kids, there is a triangle. Kids is on the top. You have coach or teacher and parent. If the base of the pyramid is stable and authorities are respecting each other, success of the kid will be guaranteed. But if one authority is questioning another, there is no solid base, as you said at the beginning. So you must know exactly what kind of the parent you have, and will you allow him to come or no? And one more comment.
Last one.
Yes, the last one. Before you start to work with the kids, you have to know what kind of condition kids have. Does they have orthopedic problems? What is kind of motor skills? Is it within the age or no? What kind of emotional type kid is? because we are thinking and we are speaking about giving trainings and developing, etc. But who we are developing? They are small persons inside. So the way of understanding who they are is the best way to understand. I know because I have tested 3,100 kids. And I have data of 3,100 kids. Also kids with intellectual disability, also having sitting volleyball, etc., etc., etc. So most of the thing you said is absolutely like that, but it's very important to understand who are the coaches who are working with the kids and which parents are involved.
Thank you.
Hang on. The 3,000. I forgot the number of kids, but my arm has been holding this one for about the same amount of seconds, so I'm going to get tired. And we do have to wrap up. And you comment on that?
Thank you for your answer, for your comment. This is a general story, and when I look to the smash, sure, I say smash. So it's not a real powerful hit ball. So it's the smash. Maybe they throw the ball a little bit down when they're 5 years old. When I look to the parents in Holland, we don't have enough coaches. It's simple. Under 12, I have 25 teams, and it's not possible to get for all the teams officially coaches. In Holland, is it normal that you be a coach without a certificate? Sorry. So
This is National Federation.
I know what you mean, and I think that's the top of I think what you want, and I want it also, but it's not possible anymore. And I'm happy with critical parents. So and I make them coach. Maybe it's a mistake, and sometimes it is a mistake. Then I see things. Oh man, no, I don't do it, and then I go talk with them. I talk also always with my players. And I don't do heavy search because I'm not a volleyball professional. So I do some other things in daily life. But I talk with them, I talk with parents, and I know in generally what kind of typical kids they are. So, thank you.
All right. I'm going to end the question thing. We've still got 10 minutes to lunch, but no, it is now 8. A few things, a few practical things. First of all, lunch is at 12. At 1:30, we will walk from here. So meet us in the lobby, just outside so you don't miss us, and we'll walk to the gym for the rest of the afternoon's sessions. That was about the thing. Do I need any more practicals? Was that it?
We can take more questions.
We can take more questions. Oh, whoa, the lunch is a bit delayed, so we'll do that. That's cool.
Just 3 seconds. I just want to add on the previous comment. I think we should also understand who the parents are. So maybe we should also interview the parents. And then, inspired by the bracelet ideas, maybe we can have a program for parents who want to get involved with bracelets.
Well, in that case, I can comment on the bracelet for parents. It has to be one of these electrical ones, so you can basically sometimes as a coach press it when they are overdoing it as a parent. Electroshock, yeah. The mild one. You want to get the kids back again. Yeah. Yep. Okay.
I don't have any question. But I have a lot of thanks for all our instructors today. They showed us, they told us their experience. Especially, I would like to thank for their innovations, because it is very important to develop our sport. We have to continue to invent new things to develop our sport. And last thing, we should be a very user-friendly sport. Otherwise, we lose game against other sports. So we have to catch all the stakeholders, especially parents. Absolutely, you are right, and also kids. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Özkan, for those comments. You had in your slide a mention of the last thing that happens is the most important because it makes the kids come back. I've got one last one, and that relates to the panel discussion tomorrow. We would like you to contribute with questions, give them to me or Book or any of the staff, and we will filter them out. They have to relate to the entire topic of these 2 days. So if you ask about, you know, whatever, we will just dismiss those questions. But it is important because we will base the panel discussion on those. So anything goes for the time being, but grassroots level, school volleyball, maybe even parents, maybe even the fact you should lose or not lose with a good mind. There are lots and lots and lots of good things I can come up with right now. I've got a whole list myself, but they are, you know, they are inferior to what you have to ask us or bring up in a panel discussion. So please do that. That would be really a nice thing to do for you and for us. And I would just, you know, we're getting there. I think we should have a round of applause for all 4 speakers this morning. You can do it again this afternoon, and thank you guys for doing it. It was fantastic.